everyone, Courtney here from A Little Craft in Your Day, and today I am so excited to be with you because I am bringing you a sewing video with not one, but two projects. They're both going to be perfect for the winter and you're going to love them. We have a winter hat that is super cute, super warm, and it's just awesome. It's actually super surprisingly easy to make. And we have this fun little ear warmer headband with a little bow accent on the front that you are going to look so stylish in this winter. So let's get started. You will need some knit fabric. I found this really cool one that looks just like a sweater, so that's what we'll be using for the hat. Fabric scissors, a rotary cutter, a ruler, Yellow Flex thread from Coats & Clark for the hat, and Dual Duty XP thread from Coats & Clark for the headband. And a sewing machine. Alrighty, so we're going to start out by making the winter hat first, and our first step is going to be to cut the fabric. We're only going to need to make two cuts out of this fabric, one that's 20 inches by 8.5 inches, and one that's 20 inches by 6 inches. One is going to be the body of the hat, and the other one is going to be the cuff at the bottom of the hat. Alrighty, so once we have that cut, we're going to fold the fabric so that the short sides meet each other. If you have a fabric that has a right side and a wrong side, you're going to want right sides together, but both of my sides are the same, so I don't actually have to worry about that for this project. So I'm folding it just like so, and after you have it folded, you're going to come in with your fabric scissors and cut off the sharp corners, just rounding them out. This does not have to be perfect. Remember, this is a handmade hat. So just however you want that to look, I'm going to come in again and round it out. This is going to give it that nice rounded hat shape. And then what I'm going to do is fold it over here so that it's symmetric, and I will trace this down here. So I'm cutting the same angle. And it's already starting to look like a hat here. And then just one more quick trick. You're going to, well, I'll show you from the top. So this is the top. I'm going to fold it in half this way. And then I'm going to come in with my fabric scissors at an angle, just a little bit over here, and cut a nice triangle out of it. And then when you open it up, it's going to look like this. This is going to help so much with that hat shape. Now over here is where my folded edges, and over here is where my loose ends are. So I'm going to clip it over here, and then we're just going to sew down this side, and I'm also going to clip around here, and we're going to sew these up too. So I have my machine loaded up with my Yellow Flex thread, which I love because when we're sewing with a knit fabric that is kind of stretchy, it will allow us to still stitch with a straight stitch, and then the stitches will stretch with the fabric instead of having to sew with a zigzag stitch, which gives you much cleaner seams. Alrighty, so now our hat is all together on all of the sides except this triangle, which we are going to do now. So I'm going to take my hat, open it up, and then fold it the other way so that the seams are in the middle. Now, these triangle cuts, you're going to attach them to each other on the same side, just like this. And I'm just going to add 2 clips to each side. And as you can see, it's really giving us that hat shape from all of the sides now. And then we're just going to use one continuous stitch, start over here, and stitch all the way around this top curve. Alrighty, so now we have the body of our hat ready to go, but we're going to take it one step further and we're going to add a cuff right here at the bottom, which is what we cut this other piece of fabric for. So remember, this is 20 inches by 6 inches, and so we want to fold it along that long edge, and then we're going to sew down this edge. And once you've sewn down that edge, you're going to take it and fold it in half so that that seam is on the inside, and you have this cuff with all your raw edges on one side and your finished edge on the other side. So we're going to take this and bring in the body of our hat, and we're going to take the body of the hat and put it right in here inside the middle of this cuff. So we're just going to kind of center it and then open up the hat part so the cuff is around here, all surrounded with raw edges. And I'm going to clip these all around the hat so that you can still see the center. Don't clip the two sides to each other. We're clipping around. Once you have it all clipped together, we're going to go to the sewing machine and sew all around this outside circle. Alright, so here's your hat. We've added the cuff on the bottom, and you can wear it just like this, or you can cuff it halfway so that there's a cute little cuff at the bottom. And you can also add a pom-pom to the top if you want. That would make it super cute. Alright, so here is our finished hat, and now we're going to move on to the headband tutorial, which we are using just some plain gray fleece for. We're also going to need to cut 2 pieces from this gray fleece, one that is 4.5 by 4 inches and one that is 21 by 11 inches. Once we have those cut, we are going to take our big piece, and this fleece actually does have a right side and a wrong side. So we're going to fold it along this long edge with the right sides together, just like so. And then we're going to sew down this long side. And then I'm going to take the little piece, and we are going to make sure that the right sides are out. And we're going to sew it along the 4.5 inch side. So just like this. Basically, we're doing the same thing to each of them, except that the big piece, the right sides are inside, and on the little piece, the right sides are on the outside. As you might notice, I didn't use any clips or pins, and that's because the fleece actually stays together very nicely. Now we're going to take this piece of fabric that we basically sewed into a tube and flip it right side out. Thankfully, it's a pretty good size, so you can kind of just stick your arm in there and flip her right side out. And now the seam is on the inside, but we also want to make sure that it's in the middle, because this is going to be the part that's towards the head, and then this is going to be the part that is on the outside. And now we're going to make it into a circle. So basically fold it in here, and then you're going to pick one side to be your inside and one side to be your outside. And you're going to just place one of them inside the other, like so. And then we're going to clip this. I'm just going to add one clip over here and one clip over here. And now, as you can see, we are going to sew right down this side. And yes, the seams will be on the outside, but that's okay because we're not quite finished yet. This piece is going to come in handy to hide that seam. Alrighty, so now we are going to take this and flip it right side out so that this seam is on the inside where our head will go. And then I'm also folding it so that this seam is on the middle right here, because we actually want that in the front, the middle of the front of our forehead. And we're going to cover it with this little piece of fabric that we sewed just like this. And then I'm going to fold it so that this seam is down the middle of it when I'm looking at it like this. And now we're going to take our headband here and we're going to pleat it. I'm just going to add like 3 pleats just like that. And you're going to cover it with this little piece of fabric, just like so. Wrap it around. And then on the inside, you are going to get the 2 ends and clip them like this. And I'm going to add one at the beginning. And now you're just going to sew along this little line. And once you've sewn that, your headband is complete. So what did you guys think about these projects? I know you're gonna love making them because I had so much fun teaching you how to make them. I ended up adding a pom-pom to the hat. I got this really cute fur pom-pom and I just hand sewed it on with a needle and thread up through the bottom, and all of those threads are on the inside so you can't even tell. And I just think it added the perfect accent and finished off this winter hat. Super nice, and I just can't wait to wear them this winter and keep my little ears and head warm. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe for more awesome videos. See you later, bye!